So let's talk about sleeping habits. When it comes to CJ and sleeping, it is something I've never experienced before with a child. Typically, when you have a baby and they're in the infancy stage, you deal with them, waking up at odd times of the night or staying up. But for CJ, pretty much for the duration of his life, he's had sleeping issues. So you can find CJ staying up as late as 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning. And that's without any naps during the day. So, originally we thought, let's not allow him to take naps in the day so he'll be tired at night. Well, that doesn't work for CJ. So CJ will stay up on a consistent basis and he will make vocalizations during the night. He'll jump up and down during the night. He will rock on the bed throughout the night. So it's not even a peaceful situation with him. You will hear him. So if you're trying to focus on work or the other kids are sleeping, most likely they're going to wake up due to all of the commotion throughout the night. So what we've tried to do is we've always tried to have a pretty soothing environment for him to go to sleep in. I've tried having like the music playing, projector images on the ceiling. We've tried even going as far as, doing massages, deep tissue massages for him at night to relax him. He takes his bath, so we hope that soothes him. So we had to take things to the next step. And what we did, we went to a neurologist and they prescribed basically a psych med that was supposed to help him become drowsy at night, which it did do. But in return, he wound up displaying more aggressive behaviors. So, the benefit of sleep was not really outweighing the side effects of the aggression. So we had to discontinue that medication. While we're, in a holding pattern and we are going to see the neurologist again for maybe another medication. In the meantime, we're using melatonin. And melatonin works for CJ for some period of time, but then I guess his body gets used to it. So then it takes no effect for a little bit. So then I have to discontinue that for a short period of time for like a week and then put him back on the melatonin. And, it still takes some time for him to go to sleep, but it does help somewhat. So, the lack of sleep, it not only takes a toll on CJ, but it takes a toll on the rest of the family. It affects our day-to-day sleeping patterns. So, those are some issues you may face. I'm not sure how common it is with children with special needs, but I know in my instance, and all I can talk of is from my experience, that's what we deal with CJ. So, I would say take it a step at a time. Try some of the typical measures you use as far as a soothing environment and massaging and even maybe a warm glass of milk. If those things do not help, then you may want to look into melatonin or some other sleep aids that are more natural. And then if that does not work, then maybe go to your doctor, see if they can refer you to a neurologist, and maybe they can prescribe a medication that will best aid your child in sleeping. Another thing I would suggest is to make sure your child is not suffering from any other conditions which are impairing their ability to sleep. So go to your doctor. What we found out with CJ is that he possibly suffered from sleep apnea, which affected his ability to sleep and his breathing pattern while sleeping. So we had his tonsils and adenoids removed, which did help with him with the snoring and, the little small stops in breathing that he was experiencing. It did improve those issues. So please check with your doctor and just make sure that you're looking at all possibilities as to the root of your child's sleeping patterns. I hope this was helpful. What I'm going to do next is play some video and footage of CJ and his patterns during the nighttime so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. And I definitely hope this helps. So take a look. So CJ is up and it's 1:30 a.m. And so he's actually pretty quiet right now. This is unusual. Usually he's making loud noises and jumping up and down, but take a look. So now he's transitioned to his bed and he's doing a little bit of self-stim, making some sounds with his mouth and licking his hands. So listen closely because he's grinding his teeth. It is now after 4:30 a.m. in the morning and CJ's still up and he has awakened his sister now. So I hope the video gave you a better idea as to what I mean by poor sleeping habits. You saw in the video that CJ rocked during the video. He was up making motions and movements, things of that nature. So my best advice, like I said before, is take it day by day, step by step. It's a frustrating thing. I know it is. But, hopefully you can find something, that one small thing that will improve your child's sleeping.